Today in our 2017 Subaru Crosstrek, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with the 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number is C56040. Now this is what our wiring kit's going to look like when you get it out of your package. You can see this is the main goal. This is what we're looking for. This is going to be a 4-pole flat trailer connector. We can hook it up to a trailer, a cargo carrier, something like that, and have lights at work. Gives us our right turn and brake, our left turn and brake. It's going to give us our running light signal and also our ground. That's going to help everything work appropriately. Now they have provided a dust cover for this that you can use to go over it. You will want to keep in mind this is going to, as a standard install, be in the back of the vehicle. So I use this mainly for just bundling up my wire rather than any real type of protection. Now to get the signals that our trailer needs, we're going to use a factory plug located in the back of the Crosstrek. And we're also going to ground it using the small self-tapping screw that they've provided. Now for that you'll need a 1/4-inch bit driver. But basically it's going to take the signals, it's going to run them through our converter box. The black wire that turns red is also how the box gets its power, so it's a powered standalone system. Just takes the signals from our lights and it's going to convert that into a usable signal for our trailer. Now the nice thing about the converter box is that it gives us functioning lights, yeah, but it's also going to protect our vehicle from any kind of shorts. We also have a fuse that goes in the fuse holder, so if we ever have any issues there, our fuse will blow before doing any damage to either our converter box or our vehicle as well. Now they give us good instructions. They supply us with some zip ties, the longer one you'll need to secure the box. We've also got some double stick foam tape. And it's a pretty straightforward installation. We can get started on that now. Now our wiring plug is going to be located kind of in this area behind the panel. So to get to that, we're going to start by removing the two kind of circular hooks here that you would hang like a cargo bag from. We'll use a Phillips screwdriver for that. We're not necessarily going to be removing the attachment point, we just want to loosen it up so it's not attached to the vehicle anymore. Now we'll want to pull up on our floor covering here and we'll get it set out on the side. Now underneath that we're going to have this foam pad. There's a little push fastener right here, so you'll want to get a screwdriver or a trim panel tool underneath there and pop that out. You can also pop out the small fasteners. These are push fasteners located in the rear of our fascia. We got one here and one on the other side in the same spot. Now we'll just pull up on our fascia panel across the rear here. And you'll hear the 6 fasteners pop out as we do. Now if you look right down here, just inside of that edge, there's going to be a little white plug there. It's close enough we might be able to get it just pulled straight out. If not, we can pull out on this edge a little bit. There's some electrical tape holding it in position. We want to cut just the tape. And see if we can release our wiring. Now we'll just pull up gently on each side of this panel here. That'll allow us to remove that. Once our plug's exposed, I'm going to use my wiring kit to kind of pull that through back over to that pocket. So just plug that in and then we just kind of pull the slack out over this direction. Now we want to get our ground wire secured. We can do that right here in the floor pan. Just use our 1/4-inch bit driver. That'll get our hole started. Now we can place our self-tapping screw through the ring terminal. Just want that to be tight enough so you can't wiggle it around. Now the wiring from our plug, I'm going to kind of guide that down, kind of push it down into the pocket. It's down here below. You're going to see a little square hole that's located on this flange that comes up right behind the wheel well. You can kind of see the bottom of it right there. We're going to use that long zip tie to go through that hole and secure our converter box right up against this flat edge. Now with our zip tie started, let's slide in our fuse. Put our protective cover over that. Here you see our converter's held nicely up and out of the way, so we won't have to worry about it moving around. Now we'll bring our 4-pole right around over here, and we'll use one of the shorter zip ties to zip tie it off to the Wire Loom Our Plugs on. Alright, now we can just trim off our excess zip tie, and we can get all of our panels and our rear fascia cover put back into position. We're going to pop our panel back in place here on the outside. We'll replace our screws. Put our cover back in place, and then our rear threshold. Also want to be sure to pop this weather stripping out along this edge as well, anywhere it might be tucked under. Then we'll place in our 2 small push fasteners here. Then for our wiring, you can store it really anywhere in the back here that you want. Just want to keep it down under the level of that major floor covering that comes over. I'll slide my dust cover over. Kind of gather up the wiring. Just tuck it right down there out of the way. Get our foam pad put back in position. And we'll replace our floor covering. Alright, now when we're ready to use our wiring, basically what we'll do is just pull it up, allow it to come over the gasket here. You can see there's plenty of give in there to protect our wiring. And we'll just close our door. Just want to avoid that striker area because that will damage your wiring. And we'll use our tester to test out our wiring, make sure it's working properly. This is part number I26. We'll start with our running lights. And with our left blinker, our right blinker, and our brakes. Now with everything working as it should, that's going to complete our installation of the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with the 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number is C56040 on our 2017 Subaru Crosstrek.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at Etrailer.com.